hopefully. I'm exhausted. A lot of work today. Feel good. Hopefully you guys do too. So, what's the deal with the thumbnail? Why the singular pawn? What are we supposed to be just pretending? Glad you asked. So, we're going to revisit something that I talk about a lot on this channel, both in a roundabout way and in a direct fashion. Tonight will be more of the direct fashion. You guys aren't receptive to that as much. You like to, I've noticed, like, most of you that tune in like to learn in a roundabout way. You don't like to be confronted with issues. You like to be made to think. But I teach as the day goes. So if it's a more direct in-your-face kind of day, you're going to get a more direct in-your-face kind of Dustin. If it's a more roundabout, like, happy-go-lucky day, you're going to get more happy-go-lucky kind of thing for me. An easier way to learn, I guess you would say. But let's just be direct with it, shall we? Human beings, and this is not just Americans. It started out with just Americans, I would probably say 20 or 30 years ago. But now it's a global issue now. We have a serious, like, dramatically serious authenticity issue in this world. People are too scared to be themselves because they are not comfortable enough being themselves. Well, I can't act like this, or they'll treat me like that. I can't act like that, or they won't want to be with me. It makes you long for certain things in the past. Not everything, mind you, but certain things. Like, maybe it's because I just long for a simpler time, like what I remember when I was a child, but I remember, even in my early adult years, early 2000s, like, people were more authentic. Like, we could disagree. We could scream in each other's faces. We could threaten to kill each other. And everything's alright. Everything is just fine. Right? But we have reached this point where this matters more. Being liked. Getting likes. Getting views. Getting viewership. Everybody wants to be an influencer now, so no one is willing to stand up and be themselves. We have an authenticity issue in the entire human race. And then when somebody is actually willing to stand up and be themselves, be goofy, be an asshole, be abrasive, be a savage. We can't handle that. We can't have that. You don't conform. I'm sorry, but I come from a time where conformity is a nasty, nasty phrase. It's a nasty thought. We went from well, how does George put it? We went from cocaine to Rogaine. Like, we went from fuck the system, like, it's about the people, to no, we have to fall in line, we have to do it right, we have to make them like us, because, oh God, no, we have to keep our jobs, we have to keep our friends. Everybody gets so drudged down and so obsessive about all of this. But take 2 seconds. while you're listening to me ramble. Take 2 seconds and look at the 4 walls around you. Whether you're in a bedroom like me or if you're in a living room, look at the 4 walls around you. Those 4 walls make you forget that we are animals. Regardless of how intelligent we are, regardless of what we're able to accomplish, the one thing that we forget is that we are all animals, and we fall into this thing called the circle of life. We fall into this thing called the food chain. And we all forget because we give ourselves domestication, we give ourselves protection. We forget that it doesn't matter if you're in a desert out there, it doesn't matter if you're in a fucking jungle. That is the wild. It is eat or be eaten. We have put ourselves on a different pedestal, so we think we're above it. We are not. We are not. You want to call it civility? I call it slavery. You want to talk about being abrasive? I call it truth. It's just the level of maturity that is dependent upon you on whether you can take that or not. Can you take self-criticism? If you can't, you probably shouldn't be an influencer, and you probably shouldn't be working. Hell, you probably should go crawl into a hole and hide if you can't take criticism. The world has been criticizing you from the day you were born, hell, even before. There's an old phrase that I used to hate when I was a kid. It said, grow the fuck up. And now I find myself using that more and more with everybody around me. People my age, people younger than me, people older than me. Like, you look around and you see the sensitivity, you see the lack of authenticity, and you're like, grow the fuck up and take some fucking criticism. You're going to break my own self-image. Well, maybe it should be broken. Maybe you need to look around. Maybe you need to stare in a mirror and realize who the fuck you really are, and not what you're told you are. I deal with this shit day in and day out. It's like people coming into a sales field and they can't sell shit. Well, I'm doing it right, because you're not meant to sell. You don't have that kind of personality. You don't have that kind of that kind of spirit inside you. Some people are meant to do, some people are meant to don't. It's that easy. I'm disabled. I can't build a house without breaking my back, but I can go into a store and sell 100 fucking phones in a goddamn day without even breaking a sweat, without even fucking thinking about it or even fucking trying. There are some things you are meant to do, and there's some things you're not meant to do. And this whole thought that you are protected is utter bullshit. Just like you thinking you're free is utter bullshit. You just can't see the chains. You can't see the limitations. You're not willing to accept the limitations. There's another big one. You're not willing to accept it. You're not willing to sit down and look at yourself in the mirror and be honest with yourself. Is this really what I'm supposed to be doing? Is this really how I'm supposed to be acting? No. And that's why you have imposter syndrome for a lot of people. And that's why a lot of people get and start acting like fucking 2-year-olds when you fucking call them out, because you see what's obvious that they're denying in themselves. Stop being aimless. Figure the fuck out. Figure yourself out. Figure out your direction and fucking go. And then I promise you, most of you'll start acting like me. Once you figure out your path, once you figure out what you're truly supposed to be doing with your fucking life, whether you like it or not. Sorry, not all of us are meant to be fucking special. Deal with it. Fucking grow up. There's more normal people out there than there are exceptional people out there. Trust me, and those normal people try to crush the exceptional ones so they can feel special about themselves, about their mediocrity. It sucks. But, yeah. We need more authenticity in this world. We need more people standing up, actually speaking their goddamn minds, regardless of what people think. We need people, like, actually being themselves again. And not this, like, dramatization of what you think a man or a fucking woman or a business owner or a boss fucking is. No, it is just you. If you're meant to be the boss, people will follow you. If you're meant to be a leader, people follow. If you're not, people are going to sit back and then you're like, what the fuck? Well, you're not meant to do that. But if you're the type of person that gets off your ass, fucking goes and does the job without fucking question, sees the fucking thing in the head and makes it happen, and then people are like, oh shit, okay, he knows what he's doing, let's fall in and fucking follow him. Obviously, you're a fucking leader, and you know what the fuck you're doing, and you should be fucking doing that. It's that easy. Stop lying to yourselves. But I think we've reached an apex in human existence where we are so diluted and so lied to, that we've been lied to since we were born, that we're taught to lie to ourselves. We're taught to lie to ourselves. This is what a man should be doing. This is what a man really is. You're going against your own nature by listening to other people. I cannot tell you how many times in my life somebody tells me to do something one way and I'm like, that doesn't sound right. My gut tells me to do it this way, and I do it the way my gut does it. Turns out better. People are butthurt, but fuck them. Just because it's the way it's done does not mean it's the way that it should be done. Remember that. History is written by the victors. And history proves most of the victors are fucked up individuals. So can you trust anything? Probably not. You should be questioning everything about your life like I do. Anyways, have a good night.